It's a long story. Started 6 years ago when I was a little man with a small amount of money, holding my backpack on the back, moving from city to city, town to town, university from university, looking for my future, for my happiness, and for my dreams. Until I got Tlemcen, the place where I was born again, the place where I became a researcher. After 6 months of hard work, we asked the following main question. What's the role that trust plays in the relationship between the consumer and food brands? Research shows that brand loyalty is affected by satisfaction, mostly directly and indirectly through the mediation of brand trust. It also shows that variety seeking and relationship proneness significantly moderate the relationship between brand trust and brand loyalty. Trust. Mr. President, jury members, ladies and gentlemen, is a central construct of consumer brand relationships, and it is considered a key issue in establishing thriving customer relationships. Hiscock 2001 indicates that the ultimate goal of marketing is to generate an intense bond between the consumer and the brand. And the main ingredient of this bond is trust. Numerous studies have argued that brand trust is a key determinant of brand loyalty, while brand satisfaction is an important determinant of both brand trust and brand loyalty, suggesting that the relationship between these constructs is evident. However, there is a lack of empirical studies that investigate the relationship between brand satisfaction, brand trust, and brand loyalty in the context of food brands. Several studies in the marketing literature have investigated the impact of personality characteristics in consumer behavior. Personality traits can help marketers better understand consumer behavior. Although they play a vital role in explaining consumer behavior, no empirical research to date has investigated brand satisfaction, brand trust, brand loyalty, and personality traits in a single model, especially in the context of food brands. Therefore, this study attempts to fill this gap by providing a conceptual framework that combines the mediating effect of brand trust on the relationship between brand satisfaction and brand loyalty and the moderating effects of personality traits, namely consumer innovativeness, variety seeking, and relationship proneness on the relationship between brand trust and brand loyalty in the context of food brand. The following conceptual model summarizes the hypothesis proposed in this research. H1 shows that satisfaction has a direct positive impact on loyalty. H2 shows that satisfaction also has an indirect positive impact on loyalty via trust. H3 and H4 show that consumer innovativeness and variety seeking negatively moderate the relationship between brand trust and brand loyalty, while H5 shows that relationship proneness positively moderates this relationship. 4 product categories were selected in this research, namely soft drinks, fruit juices, mineral water, and yogurt, and each one of these can be represented by several brands in the market of consumer goods. Thus, a short survey was conducted to determine the common brands that consumers consider buying most of the time. Therefore, a sample of 50 participants was asked to list first, the names of all brands that they are aware of. Second, the names of brands that they consider buying. Table 1 shows the list of the 3 brands selected in each product category. Indeed, the final questionnaire was categorized into two major sections. The first section included 27 items related to the research constructs, while the second section included demographic questions. Before distributing the questionnaires, a pre-test was conducted with 30 participants to test and revise the question. Ultimately, 443 usable questionnaires were collected. Table 2 presents the 6 constructs used in this research and their measurement items. Brand satisfaction is measured using 4 items adopted from Quika Al-Lakmak 2012. 4, 5, 7, and 3 items are used to measure brand trust, brand loyalty, consumer innovativeness, variety seeking, and relationship proneness, respectively. In order to assess the conceptual model, the present study focuses on the choice of PLS structural equation modeling over covariance-based structural equation modeling due to the fact that the data used in this research do not follow normal distributions. Skews and kurtosis values fell outside the recommended range of -1 to +1. However, PLS structural equation modeling is a distribution-free assumption, whereas covariance-based structural equation modeling is not. Therefore, PLS structural equation modeling seems to be the appropriate approach for this research. Then, Smart PLS software was used to assess the measurement and structural models. The current study examined the reliability and validity of the measurement model. According to Heriol 2011, the reliability and validity can be evaluated using 4 common criteria: individual item reliability, construct reliability, conversion validity, and discriminant validity. As a result, these 4 criteria have been established in this research for the 4 conceptual models. After assessing the measurement model, the evaluation of the structural model should be the next step. Therefore, variance explained, path coefficient, effect size, and predictive relevance were used to evaluate the structural model. The first model shows the results related to soft drinks, followed by fruit juices, next mineral water, and finally yogurt. In general, the findings of the 4 structural models confirm that brand loyalty is affected by satisfaction mostly directly and indirectly through the mediation of brand trust, which is aligned with previous studies. This indicates that consumers who are satisfied would have a certain level of trust that increases their loyalty towards food brands. Therefore, marketers and practitioners should invest in satisfaction programs to increase consumers' levels of trust in their brands, thereby building brand loyalty. In addition, the findings show that variety seeking negatively moderate the relationship between brand trust and brand loyalty for fruit juices, whereas relationship proneness positively moderates this relationship. Hence, marketers may need to change their policy of offering the same benefits to the same customer. At the end, trust is a very, very, very important factor for all relationships. When trust is broken, the relationship is over. A newlywed couple was walking among trees covered in flowers. Suddenly, they saw an old man next to a river. They went to him and said, "Dad, we have just got married. What's your advice to us?" The old man stood up, looked at their eyes, and said, "Trust is a must. If you want this relationship to last,